Many places. I don't know what you are going to say after that, but many places.
Many places. Pack them in.
Many places.
Or cover or stay in one place.
Many places. What
Okay.
am I going to stay in one place doing?
Akumu?
That's why we are different. Me, I'd rather stay put. Why are we moving around? Why are we moving around? For what?
It's literally in the name. Traveling. It means
Interesting.
being on the move.
Like, I would hate traveling with the two of you.
Hello, yes people. Welcome to another episode of the Yes Girls, where we, Claire,
And Akumu say yes to doing, being, and learning something new and documenting our journeys.
journeys. How should we embark on this journey? A plane? A boat? Hitchhike the old-fashioned way? And what do we pack? Where will we stay when we get there? So many questions.
Hey, aren't you getting a bit ahead of yourself? We are only in the episode intro.
Exactly, and we have a whole trip to plan. Though, actually, why am I stressing? It's your turn to say yes to the challenge.
That's because this season we are taking turns, so you're lucky you're not saying yes to this one.
Whew.
Yes, so these challenges are focusing on well-being and wellness, or doing something like a demographic or a certain cultural group.
And this episode's challenge is Akumu saying yes to
Traveling like a millennial. Let's go. I vote for plane or teleportation. It's quicker.
Okay, it has to be like humanly possible.
Time travel.
Neither of us is new to traveling, but traveling is such a personal,
An often contentious or controversial topic.
more than any of our topics this season, it's more than the others guided and influenced by financial means. Or maybe that's a wrong assumption. We'll see.
But in any case, it can make or break a relationship or friendship. Oof, it has mine. If you go about it, if you go about it together in the wrong way, it can break all of that, and it can be the best or the worst experience of your life. Sometimes for reasons out of your control.
And why do we even travel? And since when? Actually, so I researched this. People have been traveling even since at least 2000 BC. So that's 4,025 years ago, when only the wealthy elites would travel for sports, for learning, or for religion. Not necessarily international travel, unless maybe you're, conquering other territories, expanding your empire. There you can travel internationally and to take over. And remember how in Bridgerton and all those period dramas, young men would go on a grand tour, right? So it was a reserve of men, not women.
Wow.
They would travel around, sleep around, gallop and boat around. and
Sleep
learn.
around.
Yeah, most importantly. Yes, sleep around with exotic Italian women and French women. And learn the ways of the world before settling down somewhat. They can still sleep around, of course, right? But this is Bridgerton times, not modern times. There were common routes that many would follow, right? There was like an itinerary that many would follow and meet along the way. And there was great pleasure to be taken in wine, food, sex, etc. Sounds familiar, maybe? Like your pre-university backpacking or your sabbatical year abroad in your youth?
Yeah. And all of this, travel still is somewhat elite. So how can anyone travel? And does it have to be out of the country? Those are the questions we have to ask. And how come millennials have become the flag bearers of modern travel? We are the ones who created social media. Let's just start from there. Millennials did that. You're welcome. Anyway, also we are the creators of DIY travel planning, experiences over items, and just having a digital footprint of your travels. Like, we started all that. Yeah. So anyone else have a travel blog?
Mm-hmm.
You did?
Yes.
I never did.
Of course
I was
I did.
too
3
busy
people read
traveling.
No, three people read my blog on a good day.
Really?
Yeah. Mum, Dad, best friend.
I think I only had a few posts, but not a blog.
No, mine was
few
a
posts.
proper blog.
A few posts. Okay.
Yeah. I'll share it with you if you like.
And then millennials have brought cultural and immersive experiences to the forefront and done away with the need for the package holiday. What was the package holiday again? The one where you do
You get everything.
airport,
Yeah.
where you're going, and they give you a schedule.
Yes.
Yeah, that shit
Yeah.
sucks. But we
still
are doing
exist,
away
but
with that,
yeah.
right? We are the first generation to do away with that. And and have we also made it a bit more accessible? Yeah, we have. Like, travel has become more accessible with the changes that have come. I think technology has made it easier as well. And we've said yes to staycations, local tourism as well is becoming popular, and the advent of budget local airlines, at least in Europe and even in Kenya, has helped.
Yeah, certainly since I was a youngster, those budget local airlines have really opened up travel to many more people within Europe. But have we become too set on ticking items off a list and visiting the things we see on Instagram just to chase as many likes as the other person that posted about that cool thing on Instagram?
Well, I set about on a journey with my expert to take us into the world of traveling like a millennial, to put my own planning and traveling skills to the test. So let's go.
This season, it's all about what we can integrate in our day-to-day lives to improve our well-being or our happiness. And we hear from experts who know all there is to know about that topic and get us on our way to success. Some of these challenges revolve around trends in a generation or in a cultural or demographic.
Today, we are honored to have none other than Magunga Williams. He's Whoop, whoop. He's a photographer, writer, traveler, journalist, storyteller, and so much more. He's been a special correspondent for the East African newspaper since 2018, but actually started off as a lawyer, believe it or not. Seems like most of our experts are lawyers, secretly. This season, it's full of lawyers. As for travel, it is a topic of much of his writing. Let me share a quick quote from him to show what his travel ethos is like. So, and to quote, "I do not travel to relax. I am not the one to check into the hotel and then just spend my vacation oscillating between the room, the pool, and restaurant. I travel to see the world." So, Magunga, can you tell us a bit more about what travel means to you?
Travel is a matter of discovery for me. It's about meeting new people, seeing new places, experiencing new, experiences. Whether it's cultural or just a tradition that exists in that particular place and time, as it were. I'm curious about the things that I learned in school, right? I think my earliest recollection of traveling, especially like with my mom, we would go somewhere and then they would say, so that is River Yala, for instance, and I learned in school a long time ago that it forms an oxbow lake, right? And there's the fact is it's the second biggest oxbow lake, and it's right there behind our shacks.
You were paying attention to your geography.
Yeah. So for me, those things are interesting, especially now when I get to see them, right? Yeah. So that's what traveling is for me.
Very nice.
So for this challenge that you set us, or you set Akumu was to plan a trip she couldn't afford yet and go all in. Create a mood board titled My Delulu Itinerary or 2025 Dream Escape. Pick the dream destination and fill it with visuals of where to stay, what to wear, the activities to do, and clever budget hacks found on TikTok, Reddit, and blogs. That's the challenge, right?
Yep. Sadly, this podcast, Claire, why? This podcast was not sponsoring my return ticket to my far-flung place.
We're taking sponsors.
We are asking for sponsors. This is just an indirect call.
Hi, Kiki.
Yeah. Yeah, so I didn't go, but I mean, that's why Pinterest exists and my imagination exists. Yeah.
But as a former digital nomad, Akumu, I have every faith in your abilities. You've seen the world, you've traveled the world, you must have some tricks to share. So let's get to it.
Okay. So I have a friend called Tisi, short for Tiziana. She's Brazilian, and she was lucky enough to be born in my dream escape destination. That's Salvador in Bahia, Brazil. Not El Salvador, that's a country. Salvador without the E-L.
Yeah.
In a region called Bahia. Okay, it's the northeast. Yeah, I'm still doing the hunting. Northeast. So when I met her more than a decade ago, here in Nairobi, she was here for an ISEC cultural exchange. And I remember not knowing anything about the place. I'd never even heard of Bahia. There's a Salvador in Brazil. And then we had a conversation about it because I like asking people about where they're from, especially if it's a place I've never heard about. So she tells me about it and I'm like, what? I have to come. So for the last, since I think 2009, Tisiada is always messaging me on Facebook. When are you coming to Salvador? When are you coming to Salvador?
Facebook.
On Facebook, yes, we are still on Facebook, and yes, we are millennials. Yes.
Millennial.
This is how I talk to, I think, old friends from different countries. I don't have their WhatsApp, but I have them on Facebook. Yes. So in case you didn't know, this is why Salvador is big news. So Salvador is Brazil's blackest city. Actually, it's a country. It's the world's blackest city outside Africa. Yeah. So about 80% of its population has African ancestry, influencing its unique culture. So that means there's a lot of music, drumming, capoeira. You'll see it all around. There's spiritual energy. If you're the architectural type, Salvador as well. I mean, the whole of Brazil just has architectural wonders that are kind of historic. And then there's Bahian food, which is also influenced by African cooking and also historical cooking with palm oil. So it's still happening there. And of course, it has beautiful beaches, which is where you'll always find me. Yes. And places where you can learn how to dance samba, of course, because it's Brazil. And let's not forget the carnaval. So that is why I'm so obsessed with Salvador. It has everything I've ever wanted in one place. So my fascination with the place beyond just the fact that it's a black city is the fact that the black Salvadorians, they still eat like their ancestors. They still practice divinity and spirituality exactly how their ancestors did, which means it's like, I feel like going to Salvador is like walking back in time and going to what Africans were doing 400 years ago.
And
That's
also, you know how
I'm
often
interested in it.
a community in the diaspora often hold on more tightly to traditions.
It's also because it's a snapshot of history. So they don't have much else to change things. So it's like they're stuck in time, which is my interest in going there to just find out how things are done.
So I don't know about you, but I have one big question for her.
Okay.
She's so obsessed with this place. Why has she not been?
Why haven't
That's
you been?
exactly where we're going. That's exactly where we're going. Okay, so
If it's
this
this
trip-
amazing and you've traveled the world.
So this actually also reminds me of Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's pretty much what you're describing. I would have thought you were talking about Cuba. I didn't expect that of it, but that is exactly how it is.
And that's why I also want
Complete
to go
with
to Cuba,
voodoo
right?
as a main tradition.
Right? I want to go and learn the old voodoo, you know? The pure one. Not the
The
fake
pure one
one.
is still in Nigeria.
Or Benin, right?
Oh, it's Benin, yeah.
But this is the one that left the continent
Yeah.
400 years
So
ago.
it's
So I
probably
feel like
evolved, but not it evolved differently.
yeah,
Right?
I feel like it would be a different concentrate from what I'd find in like Benin today.
Yes.
Anyway, so that's how I look at it. So this is why I've never been. So I have been to Brazil ever since we had this conversation with TC, and I've not been to Salvador because I was going elsewhere. I was going to Recife, and my friend was in Recife, so I went there. And then I realized, okay, Brazil is so big, I just have to plan like 10 more trips, you know. So Salvador will be next. Yeah, that's one reason. The other reason has been budget. Whew. That budget, wherever I am, whether I'm in South America. When I was in Venezuela, it was still expensive because Venezuela economy was messed up. And then from Africa, same thing. The flight, Kenya there and Venezuela there was the same. Yes, 1,000 and above. So just the flight has always been this big thing in my head. That's why I've never just planned for it. But with this challenge, what I did, you know, just putting a Pinterest board, I even did the budgeting of every single day. You know, if I look beyond the flight, you know, once you have the flight as a big dragon to slay, you forget how affordable the rest of the stuff is. So I did a whole budget and I was like, okay, this is almost the same price I would pay in Zanzibar, you know. So it's not way more expensive, just that the flight is an upfront cost, but everything else, once I'm there, and TC said I'll stay for free. So really, I have no reason to have not gone since. But now this challenge helped me to, you know, just make it more possible in my head. So the other thing about travel that you'll see, so I created a Pinterest board. You will not see a couple of things. So Are you on Pinterest, Claire?
Yes, I am.
Finally!
For one very specific purpose only.
Or
Are you going to tell us?
looking up.
It's not very interesting. No, when
Okay, then fake it.
we're building a
To make
house,
it interesting.
so I just needed to
it's
get like
decoration.
this is the
Okay.
staircase I like. This is
Okay.
the
Nice.
tongue and groove ceiling I like. That's it. That's what I've
Imagine she
done with
doesn't
the
use it
Pinterest.
even for fashion. That's my
Nothing
fashion
else.
support app.
Sorry.
Anyway, so I put my Pinterest board. If it was a clear Pinterest board, you would see mountains,
hiking boots.
ugly trees, top
Running
of
shoes.
mountains, running shoes. You know,
Okay, I
the
feel
wax.
personally attacked here.
Yeah, that would be her Pinterest board. My
Sweatshirts.
Pinterest board. Can you guess what is in my Pinterest board? We haven't
Well,
seen
you
it
just
yet.
said outfits, fashion
So
inspo.
definitely fashion is part of it.
Uh-huh.
Beach.
Of course.
Um,
Just anything that
Art.
is more fun than mountains and hiking.
is there music in there?
Art, music, yes.
Ah.
The samba is definitely there. So
But what, just photos of like
Of
stuff related to
fashion, food,
Okay.
fun,
Okay.
and beach. That's it. That's
Okay.
it. And beach. Beaches. They have lots of nice beaches.
All right. So how did you use
Okay, so-
Pinterest to build this out then?
So firstly, there's no museum. I also get bored in museums. I'm just like, why are we going to
Oh.
museums while traveling? Why? Why are we wasting our time in this boring place?
Ah, come on.
Interesting.
for me, I
this
can't
is
do
this is a controversial
history.
topic.
This for me is
History.
some histories I don't want to know. If it's a genocide museum, no. I've gone to the Cambodian one and I said I'm never going to genocide museum again.
Okay.
It's fine.
Genocide
Those are the
museums
two sides.
aside,
Two sides.
general museums, because they
Boring.
give
Unless
you
I'm interested
they
in-
give you a
unless it's art.
structure to understand. Like I like when I go to a museum, it helps me to understand what I'm seeing out in the street and then relate it to almost how those things have evolved.
I know. I
And
find that
learn
so
some-
boring. I get bored.
Okay.
Unless
Okay.
it's art and I can interact with whatever I'm seeing, that's fine. But if it's
Interact how?
it's like class. I
mean,
feel
like
museum is
performance
like a
art?
class. Yeah, performance art or even maybe a
It's
gallery I
a class
can
that you
walk
don't have
around.
to take a test in.
Still, those are the worst kinds of classes. Why am I in class then?
To learn.
Okay.
Learning never stops.
For me, if I'm doing a boring thing, there better be a tangible result.
So
Okay. So
I do find though that when in travel, I think that is one of the big divisive topics.
Yeah.
Right? It's are you doing teaching,
Are
like,
you a
yeah, outdoors?
doing person? Yeah.
Are you a doing? And even within doing, there's different things.
Yeah.
But museums, I find, can be very divisive. There's those who like. I mean, I will. If there's a museum, I want to go to it. Right.
So we are not traveling with you.
But it
for
might
sure.
just be one thing, one museum over 10 days, right?
listen, when she goes for her museum thing, you can be doing something else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Okay?
I think
and then we meet at a mutual
Sport.
activity sport.
Yeah, but you see, there are always those friends who want everyone to do everything. I'm like, please,
Yeah.
can
No,
everyone
no,
have
no,
their
no.
own life,
No, we can't do everything. We can't do that.
right?
We can't
So
do
this
that.
is interesting. What would
we
you
don't even do
recommend
that in
then?
Nairobi. Why do you want to do that when you're outside?
Exactly.
So you're of the opinion that if you're traveling as a couple or a group or friends or a family, like part of the guidelines, like what's it called, the constitution of the trip should be, we don't have to do everything together. If
No,
someone
we
wants to
don't.
do something and another doesn't, you can split up.
We can
Yeah?
split up.
Especially, you know, the way someone.
I'll gladly leave my wife behind to go do something else that I know
That's
she doesn't
good,
like.
right? Because this waiting for other people is the worst. There's a friend group I traveled with 2 years ago, and I was like, I'm never doing this again, because we were trying to force each other to go everywhere, and we are all so different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I like doing that most people I found out don't like? Is waking up for sunrises, especially when I'm at
Yes.
the
My
coast.
God.
Yeah.
So
Shoot me dead.
I will wake up
Yeah.
at 6 a.m. and I'll be by the beach. I'll either be shooting or recording the sunrise, or I'll just be watching it.
Oh Lord,
right?
the two of you are morning people.
But I'm not a morning person, my really? But I love sunrise.
But for the sunrise, you'll wake
It's just
up.
that in Nairobi there is nowhere for me to go
To see an
watch
interesting-
sunrises.
That's true.
Right? But when I'm down at the coast,
But why not
easy. It's
sunset?
right there. I
not
love
the
them
same.
both.
Okay.
I
I
love them
wouldn't
both. They're
wake
very
up for the sun.
different. They're very different.
Okay.
The world is awake when the sun is going down, but
Yeah.
when it's coming up, it's mostly quiet.
You feel a little bit privileged.
The ocean is something else entirely.
Really?
Yes.
No.
So I'm with you
morning.
there.
So,
No.
but when we're on vacation, my wife will not wake up.
She's not
So she will wake up and she will see pictures on Instagram, and that's how by the way it usually is traveling with me.
She finds the
and
photo.
then she will compare her trip and mine, and be like, are we on the same
different trips.
vacation?
Because even whatever she's photographing is totally different, right?
Yeah, but me, I'll go for stuff.
You do picture, like, artistic photography, and does she do more human photography or what?
Yeah, but the artistic one is also human.
Humans are not art. Sorry, they are art.
But I think this is one big takeaway already that I want to just pause to acknowledge that where whoever you're traveling with, like a good rule of thumb is to say no one has to do everything together, because someone will resent it. And actually the first time I went away with friends, we backpacked after, like, with 3 of us. We're quite similar, but we definitely had some differences. And we said it's okay if we split up, right? There's something one of us wanted to do, the other just did not want to. We said it's okay. We can do our own thing. We'll regroup in the evening. And it was such a good thing that we did that. But I think some people feel the obligation. No, we've come on holiday together. We have to do everything together.
No.
Especially
But
if they
if you've
organize
gone all
it.
that distance and you're going to make people do things they don't want to do when there's something else they'd rather do, then great.
Exactly.
Sometimes my parents, I wish, did that more. Instead of saying, no, we have to do everything together. And then my mum's complaining that my dad dragged her to do this thing. I should tell, well, find something that maybe you can do without him that you'll really enjoy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are all millennials, and this is about travel. Before we go to the next section, I have a question for us. Name 3 non-negotiable things that you would pack or do in any travel. Non-negotiables.
Pack or do?
Do. Which one is more interesting? Pack or
Pack.
do? Pack.
Yeah.
Non-negotiables.
For me, so I'm mentioning
You're the
one,
expert.
one.
No. You mentioned your 3.
Oh, I mentioned 3.
All 3.
Well, it depends on where I'm going, but the things that will never miss is number 1 is a camera, and of course the accessories. I think that's one thing. That's my camera bag is always with me.
Okay.
What else can I not? I swear to God, there is. There was a time when I was obsessed with doing like on location photography. So I would pack clothes specifically for shooting and then back.
Ooh. Wow.
But that was quite short lived. So that's not very important. I think I don't have 3 things that are a must. I have 1 thing that I must carry.
Fabulous.
That is the camera bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Claire?
Well, my mum always told me you can travel without knickers, but not without a passport. So passport.
Apart
But
from
I
those.
still put knickers
But
there
that
because
also depends on where you're going. Like if you're going to Turkana, you don't need it.
you don't need. Oh, knickers or passport?
Which one?
I don't know which one. you
Actually,
mean.
when you're going to Turkana, I don't think you
Maybe
need
you don't
either.
need either. No, but passport. Even if you're
Works
traveling
both ways.
locally, you still need to have your ID. So, but yes, this was generally, England is a pretty small country, or the UK is a pretty small country. So generally, you need the passport. So yeah, that's for me. Number 1. Number 2, more than a camera, is a notebook or my diary.
Oh.
Generally, yeah, especially if I'm traveling alone. But whether or not I'm with people or alone, always have to have that with me.
Interesting.
And these days, certainly 2 things. Number 1, reusable water bottle, please. And number 2 is like probiotics for the stomach, because as you age, the stomach gets more fragile.
Wow.
So especially now I travel a lot to like West Africa, spicy food, and I like to try, street food, spicy food, whatever food there is there. The probiotics are now becoming a must.
Interesting.
I probably would add 1 thing because she's adding passport. I thought that is like a given. Money in whatever form.
All forms.
In
Cash.
whatever
Cash.
form. Just have access to money, because budgeting, you might think you have budgeted and things tend to go awry a lot. Or you might meet things that you like. So if I travel and then I see a record that I want, man, it will be out of my budget, but
But you'll buy it.
yeah.
And I think multiple money forms, that's also something my mum was very specific about when I started
Cash,
traveling.
ATM.
Yeah.
Ooh,
like
and even that
backup.
ATM, you have 2.
Yes.
Backup and the
Yeah.
main one.
Yeah,
Do
especially
you
with
carry them
some.
on the same wallet? Because
Oh,
I feel
No,
like
you separate them.
that feels like beating the
Yeah.
point of
Some
Yeah.
cash in one bag, some in another.
Separate. Yeah.
yeah.
Separates the two cards.
So if you're traveling with, say, your partner, do they carry one and then you carry other? Because I would be the one with an ATM and then she'll be the one carrying cash.
I think it's good to have, each person should have both versions twice. Plan and backup, plan and backup, plan.
Not if you're traveling as a couple, maybe that's a bit.
I think you
excessive.
need like three
but,
cards.
but multiple,
between
yeah.
two.
And
Cards?
I feel like. Oh, okay.
not all of us have 3 cards, okay?
Not three
Where are you
cards.
going?
2 cards at least.
But I think the key is multiple forms. So it could be like when I first started traveling, I'd have traveler's checks and cash
What
because
is a traveler's
cards.
check?
Yeah, we don't do that so much. It's
I don't
like,
think it came
it's
to they're not in Kenya,
non-transferable.
for sure.
Oh.
But
it's
I've
like a
had it.
voucher, but you can cash it in like big hotels or big shops generally,
Okay.
or go to a bank and exchange it for cash. So it's like a good backup. It's fixed in dollars. American Express, but traveler's checks. At least in the UK, you could get them. They'd be serialized. These days, I like to have some dollars, no matter where I'm going, or like pounds, like a hard currency, and then ideally some local currency before you land, but that's not always possible. And then at least 1 card, ideally 2. Yeah.
2. Yeah, 2 cards I
Yeah,
think is.
and yeah, split them up. My mum even used to sew some emergency cash, like a £20 note or a €50 note, into a certain item of clothing, which I won't say because you might go and find it. in my
And then
house.
you use it.
No, in an emergency, no one would steal that item of clothing, right? Everyone wants to steal your
Is it
wallet.
something you wear?
It's something you generally carry with you,
Like a bag or something.
but I'm not going to say because it's a family secret. But I honestly think my mum was incredibly cautious. She insists you have like the underclothes, under the shirt, what's it called? Like a flat document pouch that you wear under your clothes. So like a bum bag, but under.
A flat.
A document pouch, I think, or a security pouch. Always carries that plus
Can
a
I
bag.
have your mom's number?
Yeah.
I
I-
promise it is for
It's good. By the way, even my mom, it's good to be, I think when you're packing, just be a pessimist.
Yes. No, think of
need
the
to
worst case scenario.
Extreme pessimism. Because when you're saying knickers, you need okay, for Kenyans those are
You don't need knickers.
panties. You need that in your hand luggage. I have ever lost everything.
Yeah.
luggage is in.
And you have nothing. You have no
Venezuela.
change of underwear. Yeah. And
But
you
I
have
don't
no
sell
change of
panties.
underwear, nothing. Do you know I was lucky I
don't
had
have-
one
That's why you need a
changeable
card,
underwear. You need
so that you can go to an.
but
to
your
a
hand
store.
luggage needs to have one
No,
one underwear
it's true.
change.
It's true. In terms
Yes.
of packing, in your hand luggage, pack everything that is like essential for the first few days, and just that's also valuable.
Yes.
And ideally, one change of clothes.
or a
is
short- or a
ideal,
top.
And things that in case your main luggage goes missing, you should be able to survive. Yeah, I moved to Mexico for a year and my luggage went missing for 3 days. I was wearing the same contact lenses, the same clothes for 3 days.
It's
I was
the
also
worst.
a student, so I didn't have enough money to say, oh, I'll just go and buy.
Damn.
I was in Tunisia
yeah.
and I 5 days. I was just lucky it was a nice conference. I kept borrowing clothes and then kept washing the one underwear every night. Shoo. It's just bad.
There are no underwears in Tunisia.
When
We were
you're
in a
young,
and then I have no money, and then we were in a remote hotel, right?
Oh
So you've been taken direct from the airport to the hotel. What do you do?
That is so messy.
Yeah, you need women. You need underwear in your hand luggage.
and one thing I will say is I think it's like now I'm a lot more relaxed and lax, right? My packing I do quickly. I don't pack everything in my hand luggage that I'll need for the first day. But I think it's like with driving and traveling, the first times you do it when you're young, you want to do everything like correctly, take all precautions, so that firstly you practice those, and secondly you're really aware of the risks, and then you can learn what
You can be a bit
what
reckless.
allowances you can take. Like
You can know the
I'm
probability.
saying, the first time when you
of it happening.
first start to drive, you should be indicating every time, even if you're just turning in your driveway, within your driveway, right? And then you can learn what you can be more lax on. But I think I would say to anyone, when you're first traveling, be overcautious. Think what could go wrong.
Like be overly pessimistic.
Okay.
Now I have rapid fire before the last thing. So these ones are for you guys only. Would you say yes to booking a one-way ticket with no return date?
Oh, hell no.
I have done that. Been there, done that. Okay, moving
Would
on.
you do it again?
Of course. I live dangerously.
Would you?
No.
No, I have my kid to
I
come
have a
back to,
child,
bro.
yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Dude, we have done so many one ways. I've done so many one ways. I'm like, we'll figure it out.
Hey, I don't want my boy to start thinking dad went for milk.
Well, I have no kids, so I can do
Yeah,
so.
I
No,
think-
but I used to do this even when I was I've always been reckless. It's fine. Eating something that's still moving on your plate.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
No.
I'll pretty much
Yeah,
eat anything
I'm
you
not
give me.
eating
for
anything
me is a no.
that is still alive.
No. Getting
Oysters?
In fact, not
No.
seafood.
not
Oh.
Especially not
seafood.
seafood.
Especially
Interesting.
seafood.
So let me ask, is food a big part of your travel buzz?
I don't travel for food.
Okay.
Even
I'll
me,
be
I
okay
don't.
eating fries and chicken everywhere.
Me too.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
food is not.
I was
the
in
basic thing.
Italy, and then of course I tried. Okay, so Italians are big on their pasta and whatever. Let me try. I was like,
But
same,
you
same.
moved on. Also, you're not a foodie.
I'm not a foodie. Yes, I'm
Okay.
not a foodie. So food is for sustenance when I'm traveling. Of course, I would like to have a nice meal. I spoil myself, but if I don't, especially if it's a short trip, let's say it's a 4-day trip, I'm not going to be fixated on food.
But are you keen on exploring like eating locally, or you're like fries most meals is fine?
Yeah.
Depends on the budget. If
Okay.
I'm on a tight budget, I'll KFC. If I'm not, then I can try. I can try and see. But I feel like with food, it usually depends on who I'm with.
Yes.
That's
right?
true.
So if the person I'm with is curious about the cuisine, then I will try.
You know, even in Kenya, for me, I'm only going to restaurants because my friends are foodies. But I'm not.
Very interesting. Okay.
I don't care
Yeah.
that much. Yeah.
And I would never classify myself as a foodie because I feel that's allocating too much prestige to my enjoyment of food. And so I'm a connoisseur, but food is important to me. And
Yeah.
when I'm traveling, even for work, I've traveled with people who just want what
They
they're
don't
used
care.
to, and I get
And
so
this is not
frustrated.
So
saying-
you are a
Like,
foodie.
I
this is
no,
not to
I
say
enjoy discovering different foods and trying the local foods and
Compared to me, you are a foodie.
I will try. I will try like a local cuisine, for instance. If I go to Uganda, I'll try the peanut sauce fish. I'll try jollof when I'm in West Africa, but I will not feel bad because
you
I
don't
did
do
not get to try.
That's the difference. So,
Yeah.
Claire, do you put importance on? I have to have tried the
not
food
have
from those
to,
places.
but I feel like for me it's a big part of experiencing that place. And even when you said it depends on who you're with,
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say if, for example, you're spending time with people from that place, right?
Okay. Yeah,
Because if you're spending time with people from that place,
and
they're
if they
probably
offer
going to take
food,
you,
you're gonna- it will be
in
rude
their
not to
home,
accept.
or like I love
So
when
long as
I'm-
it's not moving on the plate, I will try.
Not
That's
moving
fine.
on
That's-
its
that's a
own.
reasonable
You know,
limit.
it can be moving with
Yeah,
the soup.
like on a
if-
sushi
if
belt.
the table rocked,
Yes.
and then there was
If
a
it's
bit
gravity,
if
it's
there was a
fine.
bit of an earthquake, it's fine.
Yes.
But if the food is alive on my plate, I'm not eating it.
No sentient
Okay, so you'd
foods.
rather natural disasters than live animals. Noted.
Imagine eating something like that, and then you are on your second day of a 4-day trip, and the third day is just you spending sick.
So this
no.
this is where I think you have a very good point, and something that when we're talking about people talking about thinking about worst case scenario, and where I said I carry my probiotics, is that if you are going to be adventurous with food, and even if you're not, right, the stomach is a big thing, and when you're traveling, the stomach is probably the most sensitive organ. In addition to your skin, for things like sunburn and mosquito bites, for example. But the stomach is so incredibly fragile that I do agree, if you are generally not very adventurous or you have a fragile stomach, know yourself and measure your risks. Because
Stick
you
to
could get a
fried
2-week food bag.
Listen, I've seen videos of street food in India, and I've not been to India, so of course I can't say if it's real or not. But in my mind, if I ever get to go, I'll probably eat KFC. I know my time.
I'm shocked by this. Imagine.
You
these
thought
are
he was
these
a
are stuff-
foodie?
No, because
These
for
are stuff
some
I've
reason
seen
in
on
my mind,
TikTok.
if you're a travel person, you're also a foodie, which is a
Actually,
wrong
he-
assumption.
if you look
It's
at
a wrong
his-
assumption.
Actually, he never even photographs photos food. You'll notice foodies by the number of photographs they take of food. And I realize I'm not a foodie because I don't take photos of food. It's my friends who keep telling me, take photos of your food. I'm like, what? Really? We have to? That's how you know you're not a foodie. I've not seen food
You
photos.
will see sunrises and sunsets
And animals.
architecture
And
and
buildings.
wildlife. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I love wildlife.
This is eye-opening for me in a positive way, because it
Yeah.
corrects my wrong assumption that if you love traveling, you must love food
Food.
and exploring local food, which
You're
is wrong.
very
I need to
different.
get over
No,
that
I'm not
because I can be
anti-liberty.
very not judgmental, but like I said, if I'm especially with friends or now colleagues, I travel a lot for work. When I'm traveling with colleagues, all my colleagues I travel with are not adventurous with food, either by choice or by necessity because of, like I said, fragile stomachs. And it really gets to me because I want to be out going to find the, I've heard of this dish, I want to go find it.
So I'm very scared generally of food and food that I don't know, right? So I will feel comfortable eating somewhere that someone has reassured me that, listen, this is fine, it won't do anything to you, just try it, and then I'll give it a go. Yeah, but it will not be out of curiosity.
Okay. Yeah.
The one thing I did out of no curiosity, it was a legitimate hotel in Brazil. We ate crab. I've never eaten crab before.
Crab?
Ever before, yeah. Because I had a bad stomach for 3 weeks. Continuous.
In Brazil, after this
My
time eating
first
crab.
ever food poisoning ever. And in Kenya, my sister calls me chokora. Chokora just means you can
Street urchin.
like I can eat anything, because in Kenya I literally can eat anything until that crab, and I stopped eating. I don't do shellfish
Okay.
since 2013. I stopped.
Okay, there we go.
Well,
So-
this is just a side note. I did not expect this topic to be so contentious, but I'm so glad it came up because it just goes to show how
Different people are, right?
how different people are, even if they seem so similar interests. And if you're traveling, and I will happily spend half my budget and time on food.
Museums and food.
Yeah.
Yeah, we cannot travel together. Clearly,
Really?
like she likes the opposite of what I. So she
So
would
me,
be
I'll
hiking.
I'll take. You know what I'll do? I'll jump on those buses that show you around, and I'll gladly spend the first or one afternoon just on a bus, and then go, that is that, and that is that, and that is that, and that is. Even if I won't be able to, so that is if I don't have enough time in a city, that's the easiest way for me to
Yeah,
see.
to get a good,
Especially in
guided
Europe,
tour.
it's so easy.
There's
right?
usually free or
It's
very
usually
cheap.
free or very cheap, right? So you just jump on a bus, and then you see everything, and then you'll have done it.
Yeah.
But if I have time to spend, I will try and I'll do one of those, and then I'll pick and choose. Okay, so tomorrow I'll be there, and then tomorrow I'll be there, and then of course places that I can photograph get extra points. Yeah.
This is why travel is so personal.
You
And
see
you can
even
have-
how
you can
he's
have
so
similar-
scheduled. Me, I just feel like dying just knowing that if I was traveling with you, you'd be those people with a full schedule. At 10 we're doing this. At 12 we're doing this.
No.
At da-da-da.
Okay, so
Just know that my golden hours are
Are
taken
very big.
for
Uh-huh.
photography. Right?
Ah.
The rest of the day we do whatever. Just my morning, so that's like 6 to 8. I'll even go do those and then come back and sleep or whatever, and then we'll hang out, and then of course between 5 and 6:30 p.m., sometimes 7, depending on where you are,
It's photography.
is again like places I will prioritize places I can photograph
Wow.
because I document as I travel. That's
Yeah.
part of my travel, right?
But you see, all of these are expectations, right? It's good to have them. Like if you're traveling with someone new, you need to tell them, okay, I'm this kind of person. This. I prefer this.
And
Right?
then also now that you're saying this, do you travel with people you don't know?
Sometimes yes.
no,
travel with people you
I'm
don't
going to
know.
correct you
Sometimes
guys here.
yes.
You can know someone, but not see even the food thing that we've talked about. I wouldn't even think to warn someone. By the way, I like to eat. Like eating is important to me, and I like to enjoy it, and I like to try local food. I wouldn't even think about that. So there's certain things you can plan ahead and say, right, look, in terms of the itinerary, like I can't spend 2 weeks at a beach. Right, I'd be upfront, for example, right?
You
Or
need the
That is
or like,
clear.
or like
I
I want to
She
visit
is
all
about
the.
it.
can.
No, I like the beach, but yeah, especially when I was younger, I'd be like, I want to go and see, this prehistoric site or this museum, right? So knowing some basic things, yes, but this is where we said in the intro, it can make or break a relationship, because you could know someone. It's like living with someone, moving in. You can know someone and then they're not going to tell you, by the way, I snore, or by the way, I take 2 hours in the bathroom, and you're not going to change that.
That's
right?
all men. But
So I think it's one of those things that you really have to learn by doing.
Ooh. And if you want to really test your friendships,
travel with them.
travel with your
Yeah.
friends.
Or better
Live
yet,
with someone or
better
travel
yet,
with them.
go on a hike with them.
Oh, that's even worse.
That part I'm with you, because let me tell you, hikes will show you people's levels of patience,
Everything. right?
endurance, character.
Yes, that's true.
You're
That's true.
hiking, no.
Maybe what advice we can give is before you move in with someone, travel with them. Before you travel with them, go on a hike with them.
Before you marry them,
Before
do
you
all
marry
those
them,
things.
travel with them, bro.
No, before you marry them, live with them.
traveling
Before you
with
live
them-
with them, travel with them. Before you travel with them, hike with them.
You have
Perfect.
to travel with them before you
We
marry
found the
them.
secret.
Because you
Yes.
might be
Oh,
marrying
yes.
someone who is on a flight blacklist or a CA one.
Yeah, that's true. That's
And so they can't travel. If they keep telling you, listen, I can't go, man, and it's just Tanzania, but it's like, no, I can't go, but why?
Okay, that's a bit of an extreme case.
and you have to do different kinds of travel: a
Interpol.
road trip, a long road trip, and a travel
Listen,
plane trip.
Yeah.
If you're in Kenya, do the Chalbi Desert circuit, right? You will.
So you
go
get the
out
hiking, you
and-
get the long drives. You
yeah,
get
across the desert.
Okay, so my future husband, that's what we're doing.
So we agree that you can think you know someone and then you travel with them and you get to know
Absolutely.
all different
Yeah.
levels. Of
That is very true.
Absolutely.
Last one: sleeping in an airport for 48 hours due to a missed connection.
Hey, I would
Or-
rather not do that.
That's yes or no? Would you say yes?
Like, what's the alternative? Going,
What am I- what-
going
what
out
am
in,
I-
Getting a
leaving
hotel.
the airport. Surely, yeah.
Leaving the
much rather
airport, I
leave the
don't know.
airport.
No, I'd look for a hotel. So the
Yeah.
problem is that our passports are not that strong. So many times you need to stay within the hotel, within the
Okay.
airport. But if I can leave, I would rather leave.
You
Why,
would
why do I have to stay at the airport?
Why would I leave? You see now, these are different, small
Why-
differences. I
airport-
would just stay. I'm like, why are we
What are you
moving?
doing in
You
an
could be
airport for 48
discovering.
hours?
Yeah, you could be
What are you
discovering
discovering
a
in an
city.
airport?
You see, you guys are always busy doing things. Me, I'm happy to sit in the airport.
you at
I'm the
least-
kind of traveler who wants to sit.
Do you at
Put.
least have access to a lounge?
I don't care whether I do
Oh,
or not.
man.
I have books to read.
So
Now, me, I'm too bougie for that shit.
So we have.
see now he's
I
bullying.
have a real life example of exactly what we've talked about: passport strength, leaving the airport or not. We have a 10-hour stopover in Qatar with my husband and my son, and I am debating: do we? So he would need a visa. I would not. So we'd need to pay for the visa. And take the time to send all the documents, right, at least 3 days in advance, to be able to leave just for a few hours. And it's kind of evening, nighttime, early morning, like it's not ideal timing. I personally don't have that much interest in going to Qatar for 10 hours, but I also don't like the idea of being in an airport. However, now I'm weighing up, sitting in a lounge for 8-10 hours is not fun, but then going out into the city with a baby and a husband who needs a visa, right? I could just wander out. I don't need a visa.
So you're saying 10 hours. 10 hours I can power through 10 hours. I would rather do that with like access to a lounge. I keep on saying
Okay.
this. But if I don't, I can power through a 10-hour layover, right? But 48 hours.
That's a long time.
That's when I would do it.
48
48,
hours.
I would not.
It's a nice airport. Why not?
Even 24 hours.
I
Even
don't think
48
there's
is
an
a lot.
airport nice
Depends.
enough for me to
on
stay.
my own, definitely. Even 6 hours, if I could leave the airport, I would
I can easily do two.
to
Okay,
discover.
48
but
is a lot. 24 I can.
No.
I have done
Anything
20
more than
before.
10 is a lot.
I have
bro.
done 20 very easily, but it's because I was poor. It's not because I had a choice. I was poor.
So I have 3 points to make. Number one is I once spent like 6-8 hours in Singapore airport when I was a student, and with my friends, we made ourselves like a treasure hunt. Like one person would set the others a challenge, like go find this. Very fun. Also, Singapore airport is a beautiful and very comfortable airport. So you can make airports fun for a few hours.
If it's a good
24
airport, right?
airports, no. 24 hours, no. Number two is I think planning for the unexpected. ideally always have like a contingency plan, some emergency money. And number 3, I think a very important point that we've not mentioned is the financial side, right? We don't all have a budget to say, I can go to Paris, I can eat where I want, I can get a train to see the sunrise here from this beautiful spot. So let's just zoom out for a second and say, you know, we've all traveled on a budget, probably when we're younger. Certainly I've traveled where I said, like, we've kind of run out of money for the next couple of days. Let's just, you know,
eat bread.
Yeah, eat bread. Exactly. But I think, you know, there's saying you're poor, and then let's actually say for a moment, if you genuinely do not have the means, not being a student, you have financial backing probably from parents, or, you know, we're talking about that fake poverty that we talk about. Oh, I'm so poor. I mean, really, if you have very low income, how can you still enjoy travel? And can you? And should you?
Mm-hmm.
You should. You should. You should. But you will enjoy travel with the knowledge that you do not have a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to do, let's say, Lamu or the Lamu archipelago, when you have money, you will go and stay in Shela or some other nice place, and you'll do all the fancy stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guaranteed. But you can also take a bus down, right? When you say poor, you mean like you're not at zero.
No, I mean,
right?
if you
like
have
you have something,
your
it's just not a
income
lot,
is-
right? So
yeah.
you can take a bus and get there instead of flying down
Mm-hmm.
into Manda Airport, or you could, you know, you could do group travels, also make things cheaper, right? There
Mm-hmm.
are these other companies that curate travels for people on a budget. You can backpack, you can take affordable options, but this is with the knowledge that you don't have the money to spend,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of money to spend. And then you can do other countries as well. You can do Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, those ones that do not require visas or whatever, easy entry and exits. Of course, at some point you will meet your limitations, because now you want to see Europe and you don't have money. It's kind of tricky.
Yeah.
You can't swim across an ocean, right?
Yeah, it's not recommended.
Yeah. So you should still travel.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we also make travel seem like you have to go far for you to travel.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can go to your shags, and I'm not even saying this as a joke. As Kenyans, kila mtu akona kwao, like everyone has their shags. So you can go up country and then experience life up country like you have not. So think of, and I keep on saying this, like I go to Siaya and then I want to see the sports in Siaya that are there every time I go. I don't just stay at home. It's a very good thing. If you have friends who can host you in other places, you can tell your friend, coming to your shags, I want to see what Nyeri is like, right? So of course, things like accommodation is taken care of because you're being hosted, and most likely they will give you food because this is Kenya.
You're
Who
in
is
there,
going to
someone's
deny
stuff.
you food?
Who?
Yeah.
Like why
Right?
would you
Who is
leave it?
hosting you and not giving you food? So you can do that. And you can do that across different places. I know of people during when you're in college, and then we have long holidays, you take the first week to go to your friend's place, right? So you've not been to their side of the country, and then you go see that. And that is still travel,
Yeah.
right? Isn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think we
absolutely.
when you say travel, like we overthink it. It
We
doesn't have to
overthink
be on a
it,
plane.
like you have to be in Europe or
You don't.
you can just literally go to Kiambu, right?
That is travel.
You can just go to Kiambu, find places in Muranga, Kiambu. This is just across here.
Yeah.
And then you can enjoy the sports that are around.
And would it be fair to say that sometimes the pressure we put on ourselves, or the pressure we feel, is traveling has to be, like you said, to the coast? You have to go to the coast, stay in a nice hotel, sit by the beach, drink cocktails, eat lobster, eat crab.
Yeah.
Whereas maybe what's more important is saying, okay, if I feel like I should be traveling, what is it that I want to get out of the traveling? And yeah, if it's going to the beach, then yeah, maybe take a bus to Mombasa and camp,
those
or
things
ask
that
if someone has a friend you can stay with, and you'll bring them some shopping from Nairobi, or you'll cook for a few nights to kind of say thank you, right?
Yeah.
Barter trade.
Travel, cocktails and And what? No, that's not travel. That's just food. That's food and drink, right? That you can do that in Nairobi.
Well,
Right.
if that's what's important to you, maybe, you know, if the food is what's important, eating certain foods from a certain place, maybe that's what you would spend the money on, right? And you just go even for a day, or stay with people, or stay in a very, very cheap hostel, so that the money you do have you can use on
You can use it on other
specific
stuff.
foods.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But knowing what's important to you as a traveler.
You budget, but there is travel for all kinds of stuff, and you can never chase the good life because it is mostly going to be unattainable for many people. Because I am privileged, I can do certain things, but I'm also limited. I can't be in Monaco on a private yacht, right? That would be nice, watching F1 from a yacht.
Well, unless
right?
you have a friend who has a yacht in Monaco, and then ask them.
Then
I'll
you
ask
can
my
them.
friend. I'll ask my friend.
You know, and if you have friends like that, then you don't have the problems I have.
I wish.
Yeah. Right? So there will always be, I'm guessing, for someone who is not like from a rich family, or like, you know, some heir to a throne somewhere, there will always be like a money limitation, right? This, I'm talking about regular people.
Yeah.
Right? So you can always curate your travels within your own budget. Listen, even Nairobi National Park is right here, right? Many people don't know that a car as small as a Vitz can do a safari for you and access, because they have leveled the roads. It's no longer like crazy to drive there, right? So sometimes we go there and we find people. The Kenyans are very resourceful. You find someone has filled up a small car and has gotten people who are interested and given them a tour around, right, in their small car. It's experiences such as those. You have to first of all have the spirit of adventure, and then think about the travel. If you really want to see Mombasa, you will see Mombasa, right? You'll get on a Tahmid bus and you'll get there. You don't always have to be on a KQ or Jumbo Jet to go see Fort Jesus.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So, yes, we move to the next segment.
We need your rating,
Yeah,
right?
Who's rating?
my rating.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is the Pinterest board.
Oh,
Bar here. Ooh.
It's full of
at you.
caipirinha, samba.
Caipirinha
This
a
is your board.
delicious
This is
cocktail.
my board. Full of caipirinha, samba,
So
people
you see
dancing,
that would probably the
the
pictures you
buildings.
see on my page if I go.
buildings.
Yeah, like architecture.
Yeah.
Namagunga, it's your time to give your TripAdvisor or Booking.com review to my co-host here and Millennial Traveler. How did she do? Was she as good as described in the brochure, or do you want to ask for your money
I
back?
feel like it was
Out of
it was
10.
good. It was good. I would give it a solid 8.
8 for a Pinterest board. Explain.
Yeah, because it has people, it has culture, it has little food.
This is
It has
very
a lot.
subjective, my friend.
Because
I think
because
I saw
it's subjective to
architecture.
me.
I saw architecture. So yeah, so for me, I think you did quite well. I just didn't see any sunrises.
Aha.
So
I
that's
don't-
where the two.
You see, those are not my focuses.
You would have got a 10 out of 10
You'd
had
have
there
got
been
a
at
10
least
out of
2
10.
sunrise
Guess what was
pictures.
what was the beginning of the Pinterest board? Caipirinha. If I'm drinking caipirinha, I'll not be awake for sunrise.
Yeah, true. True. And what's even more interesting than Akumu's version of trying to emulate you, Magunga? Hearing straight from you. So, tell us, what do you think other generations, so aside from millennials, right? This challenge was millennials, we are millennials. So what do Gen Zs, boomers, Gen Alpha, maybe they're a bit young to be traveling on their own. But what should they learn from millennials? Are we at risk of losing anything as the digital world and AI take over, supposedly?
Well, those are two questions.
Yes, you can take them
Are
separately or
we
together.
as a traveler? No. How would AI be at risk of taking away an experience of moving from one place to another? I would love to see that. But maybe it's a thing for if Mecca can't come to Muhammad, or that thing. That saying. I'd love to see how AI takes over that. But for me, I will always be for, if that is Mount Everest and I want to see it, I'll go to Nepal. Is it Nepal? I'll go to Nepal and then I'll go see Mount Everest. Right? I want to see it in person. I know technology can bring it to me through YouTube and all those other things, but I'd rather just be in Nepal, right? So that takes care of the second part of the question. The first part is, what would other generations learn from us? And listen, the one thing you should learn from us is that the WhatsApp group, you will probably be the only one who makes it out of the WhatsApp group, right? Because people, you will plan trips with people. Yeah. I think millennials have learned how to exit the WhatsApp group, in the sense of you pull together at the planning stage. You are like, what, 10 people, but then on the day of travel you are either alone or you are 2 people holding your passports at JKI. Yeah, so just be willing to power through getting out of the planning stage. If you have to go alone, then go alone. Just don't wait for other people to be ready for you to go see the world.
That's a good one. Yeah. And do you think millennials have mastered that? Like, just
I
saying,
think
I'll
they
go
are
alone.
mastering it now.
Yeah.
More than anything. I don't know how Gen Zs travel. What I know is that, like, the generation before us, that's Gen X, right? And the one now before that, the boomers, I don't think they traveled much. When I think
Not as
back
much,
to,
yeah.
I
Not
don't
as
think-
much. We are
They
the
don't
ones who
think they
started the
traveled
whole
as much.
thing.
Because even for me, when I now started getting very curious about the world and going to these places, and I would tell my mom that I'm going to, I don't know, Greece, she'd be like, what's taking you there? Like, what do you
Why?
mean what's taking me there? I want to go see what's there, right? And that also now applies to my elder brothers. They'd be like, oh, are you going for work? Or because it's always tied to work. So I used to just say, yes, I'm going for work, because for me, photography is also part of my work. And so I would be like, yeah, I'm going for work. It's easier to say that than just to say, no, I just want to see what's in Greece, what's in Athens, right? And so I'm going. But then for us, now we are the ones who came up with the WhatsApp groups. Let's build this WhatsApp group and get out of it, all of us, yay. And for a long time, we used to be held back when there is a ton of people who you're planning a trip with, and then not everyone made it out of the WhatsApp group. Then it would be this thing where, like, so out of what, I don't know, respect, or out of pity, or for someone else who is unable to make it, you all don't travel. I mean, fuck that, man. Like, you get out. Get out, go and enjoy your trip, even if you'll be by yourself. Figure it out.
And solo
Yeah.
travels are even better than
Yeah.
group
I
travels.
know. Me, I can't survive that trip by myself.
Me imagine I enjoy the solo travels way more because I'm not answering to anyone. I'm not waiting for anyone. I am not
It's company.
consulting
It's
anyone.
not about answering.
I
to
guess
me.
I've traveled with the wrong people. I need better travelers.
Sometimes it's better to travel on your own than travel with the wrong company. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay.
1000%.
Now, a question for you
Yeah.
off the basis of that, because we've talked about how now, millennials travel more for experiences, but we still document a lot. Is the documentation of the experience, such as photographing or videoing, is that detracting from enjoying the lived experience, or is it adding to it?
So people who don't understand it will definitely say, or if you're outside looking in, you will definitely say that I'm not enjoying a moment. The best examples, kwanga sunrises and sunsets, because people think that because I'm looking through a viewfinder, then I'm not enjoying what's going on, right? But I probably am enjoying more than you, because I can see the sun from 600 millimeters. You're seeing it from your eyes from here, and mine is super zoomed in, or like I'm seeing it in different color than you are, right? And also, the documentation is part of the fun for me, right? So you want to sit down and enjoy a sundowner and do this while you're having a drink, fantastic. I'll have a drink at blue hour when the sun is down, right? And I have the rest of the night to enjoy a drink. But I don't have the whole day to photograph a sunset. So if you do not understand it, or people who don't understand it will feel that way. And I've experienced this with when traveling with different people, with my wife, with my friends. so I have to constantly remind them. And nowadays, I think people who have traveled with me, they know that documentation is part of my travel. So if we go somewhere and let's take one of the most common experiences in Kenya. You go anywhere there is a Maasai community, they'll probably do a dance for you, right? I've seen these dances so many times.
You can sing at this rate. You can even sing.
But I will never get bored of photographing them, right? Because it's something I like doing. So part of enjoying a moment for me is also documenting it so that I can enjoy it over and over again, even when I've left the place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that there are some people who are doing it maybe not for themselves, but in order to share it, or they're not it's not adding to their enjoyment of the experience, and it might be detracting? Because I hear you.
How do you know when it's distracting, right? If you're just
for me, it's not
photographing.
distracting.
But if it's, how would you decide someone taking photos of with your phone? That's a very different thing.
So you mean for other people, not,
for other
not
people,
in your case?
yeah.
So the thing is, I would never say it that way because it doesn't matter, right? Whether they're doing it for themselves or they're doing it so that they can share or that they can do whatever. I don't care why you're doing what you're doing when you're on a trip. So long as you do not regret having spent that moment that way.
Yeah.
Right? Don't look back after you're back from your trip to Asia and you're like, you know what, I wish I was a bit more present, so to speak, in that moment. Like, so that's nonsense. Like, regret is such a wasted emotion. Like, yeah, so I don't care. So long as for me, I'm like, so long as you don't regret it later, you can spend your time and enjoy your holiday however you want.
But as long as you're enjoying it and you're not doing it for others to enjoy.
You're enjoying your money. Or even if it's not your money, even if it's someone else's money. Like,
even
you
better.
are having a good time.
My issue with all this, whatever you're getting at, Claire, is these people. I have some friends who they are always busy taking photos. And I'm like, can your photo taking not interrupt my moment
There you go.
enjoying, right?
Yeah.
So as long as they're doing it away from me.
The thing that I try not to do, and I seldom do it, is if you're a photo person, then do your thing. If you're on a group trip, don't be forcing people to, okay, so let's take a photo with us. So let's all take a group photo with us. Also, let's do all this and that. So that one you're being a bummer. Now you're interrupting someone else's trip. But if you want your photos with each and everything, and that makes you happy, please, by all means, go ahead. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I think now I get where Akumu was coming from in that. Yeah, if you're doing that and you're off to the side or you're doing separate activities, fine. For you, the photographing is part of the experience. It's not just we're here. Like every single moment has to be photographed, even if it's a terrible photo, right?
No,
I think that's the difference. You're creating art whilst interacting with or enjoying something, and you do it very deliberately and conscientiously. Whereas if it's Instagram stories of everything that you're doing, and again, to me sometimes it feels more that you're doing it for others, so you can't just enjoy being there. You have to show others that you're enjoying it in order to enjoy it. That might be an issue.
It depends.
That you have to show
different kinds of
others
friends.
that you are
You're enjoying it in order to enjoy it.
Yeah,
I feel that sometimes
I have two kinds of friends.
quite common.
I have
Okay.
two kinds of friends. The ones who we can move from this soon. The ones who take photos and it's just for their social media. So they're just pushing it for other people. I have one people like that. And then I have another very special friend. You know yourself. She takes photos and she doesn't post them on social media. They're just for her. She will go back and look, but she wants to take a million videos. Like the way we are sitting today, she would have taken like 20 videos, but it's only for her own.
Which is better.
Which is interesting. So there are two kinds, like you never know. When you see someone taking photos, you never know whether they are the poster for other people or the ones who want to just save it for their own enjoyment.
Yeah.
Unless you have a conversation with them, you'll never know.
Again, if it's for your own enjoyment, I'm less
So
bothered if I'm in your company.
So the photo taking, I'll also have to say this again. It depends on what kind of trip. If I'm alone, I'll do whatever the hell I want. If I'm with people,
yes.
it will depend on which people. But if I'm with my wife, so you have to make time for the both of you, right? So it will be that I'll take pictures sparingly and give attention to her, right? But if let's say we are on a safari, okay, and there is a moment happening that is rare, so to speak. Let's say like a mating or a
hunt.
crossing or
Seeing a
hunt.
leopard.
No, it depends if the leopard is hunting or is up on a tree, right? So if it's hunting or if it's a mating thing, I will not hold your hand and be like, oh, let's enjoy this moment. Or like,
You'll get your
no,
camera
I
out.
will get out my camera and photograph it, and then we will enjoy the rest of the thing when this moment is over, right? Because you know that I document wildlife.
What is on your bucket list? Do you even have one?
Of course, I do have a bucket list. I've not been to Asia. I've seen way too much, but I've not been to, let me say, Far East Asia, because I've been to the Emirates, but I've not been to Far East, being China, Japan, India, Singapore, that lot, and certain parts of Africa, especially. So the thing that breaks my heart about Central Africa is, of course, there is a lot of strife there. So
Yeah.
Traveling there is a bit hectic, but I would love to see more Africa. I'm actually more curious about more Africa than I am curious about outside the continent.
Do you think that's because you have been outside the continent? So at least
I have
it's
been
not,
outside the
It's not a
continent.
yearning.
It's no. Actually, do you know the one place I grew up longing to go? It was America. I grew up wanting to go to America. I just wanted to go see this place.
Finally. Did you?
Did you go?
No, and the older I got, the more I was just like, no, I'd rather go elsewhere. And my
So you've
sister
still not
is in
been?
America. If I wanted to go, I just have to hustle for a visa and I'd have a place to stay. But the more you learn about a place,
The more you realize, yeah.
the more you realize this is going to be a waste of time, man. Like,
Interesting.
I could be shot dead for just walking across the
Yeah.
no. Let me take my money elsewhere.
Yeah.
So the interest waned, and then my love for seeing more Kenyan places and more African places grew. So I'd rather, experience this continent more. So my bucket list is literally every other place that I haven't been to. And thank God next week I'm in Egypt. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, I'm going for a wedding. So I've not been to Egypt. I'm going to cross that off my list.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And
Beach or bush? What? That you have to think is you are a traitor. It should be clear.
yeah.
Listen, beach or bush?
Beach or bush?
Bush. Beach.
Choose one. Gun to your head.
Bush.
Woo! Serious.
Roll on luggage or backpack?
Roll on.
Ooh.
My back is messed up.
Hotel or dorm?
Hotel.
Yeah, you're a bougie. You're a bougie. Bougie.
Hotel.
Plane or train?
Plane or
In
train?
Kenya.
Anywhere.
No, this
Train.
question is very important. In Kenya.
Not in Kenya.
Oh, okay. In Europe, train. If in Kenya, plane all day.
Yeah. If like I think for me I prefer longer travels. Plane is not aesthetic for me. Bus, train. If I can do bus and train.
Okay.
I would rather not.
Harmlessly, I would.
My least favorite part of travel is getting there.
Okay.
Like if I could just, I heard you
Teleport.
guys talk about
Teleport.
teleportation. I'd be like, I'm in Egypt.
And last one, would you rather go to one place for a long time or cover many places?
Many places. I don't know what you are going to say after that, but many
Yeah.
places.
Many places, pack them in,
Many places.
or cover, or stay in one place.
Many places. What
Okay.
am I going to stay in one place doing?
Akumu?
That's why we are different. Me, I'd rather stay put. Why are we moving around? Why are we moving around? For what?
It's literally in the name. Traveling. It means
Interesting.
being on the move.
Like, I would hate traveling with the two of you because you're the kind of people who you would wake up, let's go here and here and here. I'm like, dude, today I'm chilling in the hotel the whole day.
That is not happening.
That's me.
So my
That is
final
not happening.
question is, who would you rather travel with out of the two of us?
Clearly
And
it's
Akumu,
you. Clearly, it's you, man.
Yeah, I think you're
and
the
me,
government
none
not
of
to
you.
do it.
I get extra with the privilege, man. Like,
First of you, the two of you will wake up so early. You'll
We
be
would be
annoying
there for the
morning people.
sunrise.
the privilege is extra
Like,
points.
these are the
But
weirdos who start
listen,
making noise at
clearly-
6 a.m.
Clearly,
Sleep. Exactly.
clearly, you value your sleep.
Yes.
I don't value
Relaxation.
sleep when I'm traveling.
And why am I coming to travel as if it's
I'll
a
sleep
gym?
in
We are moving around.
Nairobi.
Why are we moving around? Can't we just sit in the hotel
I'll
and
sleep
relax?
in Nairobi. I did not come. If I wanted to be in a hotel, I would just book Serena Nairobi and I'll just chill. Right?
I agree.
It
I
has
agree.
everything.
Akumu, out of the two of us,
The
who
only
would
thing
you
I
rather
will, I will
travel?
miss when I'm in
The two
Serena
of you are just bad. I don't even know.
If you had to
Between
choose
the two of
one
you.
based on this conversation,
He better because you now you would go around to museums and hikes. Ugh. At least he is more interesting. I would go photographing with him.
you could sit.
You
You could
would
at
go
least
to the mountain.
sit there and whilst he's
So you know the
photographing
funny
for a
thing is
couple of
that-
hours.
Yeah,
also
I could
do-
sit put. You, I can sit put with you. Impossible. Uh-huh.
Unless we're having a nice meal. I can sit and have a nice meal for a couple of hours.
Me and you, Claire, are not traveling.
Okay, so you and me will travel, but you'd get annoyed with me, and then you and her would travel and she'd get very annoyed with you. Thanks for listening to this episode of The Yes Girls. Whether
Oh
you're
my God,
new
did
to
they listen to all of that?
it was a long that was a
If you're still here,
That is if you're still here, man.
thanks for listening to this episode. This episode was a journey. Thanks for listening to this journey of the Yes Girls. Whether you're new to podcasts or just new to us, there's a world, pun intended, of episodes waiting for you. Scroll through your feed and discover stories, lessons, and moments that might just shift something in you.
we'll be back before you know it, saying yes to a new challenge, maybe even one suggested by you.
But before we go, remember this. Number one, before you marry someone, live with them. Before you live with them, travel with them. Before you travel with them, hike with them. In that order. And do what makes you happy. Just make sure that it doesn't ruin someone else's holiday. And pack knickers and passport.
Yes, in your hand luggage for sure.
Except when you're going to Turkana, then you
Yes.
carry food.
Or neither.
This week, what would it look like if you said yes to that thing tugging at your soul, that small, scary, and sacred thing? Try it, reflect on it, even write it down. We are here to witness your story too.
Let's keep the conversation going. DM us what you've said yes to. DM us your worst travel experiences or your best. Tag us in your reflections. And maybe share this episode with someone who needs a little nudge to get their next yes going.
You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Threads, or X, or at the hotel's swimming pool, because I'll just be sitting there the whole day when the rest are away. That's at Yes Girls Podcast. That one tab to share might just be someone else's travel inspiration today.
And if you want a dose of travel magic, follow Magunga at...
The Magunga on Instagram, X, TikTok, and Facebook.
And
Ooh,
that's
people still use Facebook.
Imagine.
the Magunga, that's Magunga, correct?
There you go.
Yeah. And if you go there, you might also see some cute pics of his little boy.
Yeah.
And
who
lots
always
of
brings
animals.
him back to Kenya.
And lots of animals and no food.
Little food. But you'll get whiskey.
Oh, yes,
Oh.
that's true. And now some thank yous.
We would travel around the world to thank some Pisha Productions for recording and editing this episode out of Snowball Industries.
One experience worth having is having your logo done by Kags.
And there's a hotel out there somewhere with constant entertainment with music by Ped O'Brien, or at least there should be one day, as he composed our amazing theme song. Of course, the top destination on our bucket list
Yes.
is here, right next to Magunga Williams, our expert. And in second place, your ears, listeners, because that's where we belong.
Bam, bam, bam. One more thing before you go that we ask all our guests. Magunga, what is something you've recently said yes to? Unrelated to travel or
No, could be.
could be. Okay. Photography, travel.
However big or small.
The last thing I said yes to.
Most recent. Or the best one.
A contract.
Ooh,
A contract proposal for work.
can
Very
you give
nice.
us a teaser?
No, you'll have to see it on my page.
Ah, that's a good teaser.
There you go.
Is it connected to travel?
No, it's connected to music.
Interesting. Very
That was on
nice.
your Pinterest.
Okay. See you in the next next Yesticle, because this is the end of the season's Yespisodes.
What a finale.
Yes.
You guys saved the best for the last.
Yes, we did. No pressure.
There we go.
And I'm Akumu.
I'm Claire.
And I'm Magunga.
And together we are
are
the
Yes
Girls and the Boy.
and the boy.
Let's hit the road. All right, I'm off to the museum.
I'm getting away from the two of you.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't think any of us would travel well together. And that is why travel is such a personal thing. But the mic's off by then.